Welcome to the Big E Outdoor Radio Show with your hosts, Big E and Brandon of Big E TV. Found nationally on your favorite outdoor television channels. Big E Outdoor Radio challenges all the hot topics in the outdoors, from racing to hunting and even grilling in the backyard. Our mission is to educate on the facts of the impact of the outdoors on all our lives and encourage good stewardship and good fellowship among our ranks. Follow Big E Outdoors on Facebook at Big E Outdoors and Big E Outdoor Radio. Send us feedback and get in on conversations with us. Fasten your seatbelts, because this ain't your daddy's morning show. We'll be right back with Big E and Brandon in the morning on Big E Outdoor Radio.
Are we there? I couldn't tell if you could hear me or not. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Big E Outdoor Radio. And as you can tell, the effects of the cold weather and the warming and all that good stuff is getting to me there. I got a little bit of a cold this morning. And I'm in here this morning with my little grandson who's going to help me out. We got Brandon out on the ice. He's going to call us from the ice. Like Tim pointed out, that depends on how the shack party went last night. So, you know how that goes, Tim.
I have not experienced it myself. However, I'm aware. I'm
never.
aware of how they.
Yeah. I've heard stories. Yes.
No, literally, I have not experienced it. But yes, how do you do that?
Well, he had to have fallen asleep somewhere in there, because he had been up last night when he called me. He had been up already for 25 hours. So he got up and he went to work, Marathon Cheese, night shift, came home, got all his stuff packed up and headed down to the Westfield area to go ice fishing. So,
oh boy.
Yeah. So we'll have to find out if he actually, I don't even know if they were catching any fish, to be honest with you. How would you?
Is it? Yes, but a bad day at fishing is still better than a good day at work.
Yeah. I've heard that story. That it still comes down to, remember when we were talking about, we've talked before about thin ice and people going out there to get in.
Yes.
How big does a fish have to be worth risking all that sleep and going out there on thin ice? And on Friday night, I can get fish darn near anywhere in town, and I don't have to clean it. And it didn't cost me no
What
penny.
about the fact that the camaraderie of going with friends or buddies, however you want to phrase
that's
it?
what it is. It's a reason to go out drinking, and you can pass it off that you're actually doing something else. You're fishing.
Or it sounds like no more, but it would have been for you, it would have been an excuse to get away from someone.
Yeah.
So
I could want to get away. Maybe he's trying to escape the mother-in-law. Do Bigfoots go on the ice? I don't know. I've never seen one on the ice.
I'll refrain.
You're not gonna. Yeah. You're gonna stay safe on this one this morning.
Oh yes. I may allude, but I'm not going to go directly there. That's all up to you. So,
well, hopefully he'll wake up and call us here in a little bit, but I'll text him during our next break. I don't know. Did you get a chance to listen to the show last week? It was a tape show from Las Vegas?
bits and pieces of it, yes.
Bits and pieces, yeah.
Well, in between the fact that I was listening to the show while I was doing other work here, and some of that involves the fact that
multitasking.
I can't, while I'm doing some of that other recording, I can't listen to the show at the same time. So, however, the one part that I did catch that would be was the interview with the lady with the concealed carry.
Ah, the can.
Yes.
Well, actually, I was at the gun show. There's a gun show going on here in Wausau right now at the Cedar Creek, whatever they call that, the convention area out there.
Patriot Center?
Well, it used to be the Patriot Center. I don't know what they call it now, the Wausau Convention Center or something like that.
Oh, yeah. So, yes.
So we were there, and I actually walked by the first dealer that I've seen for the can concealed carry system, women's concealed carry stuff.
Because I heard that, and I saved it in my browser on my smartphone and showed it to a friend of mine. So the only problem is that she said, well, now you have to get something to fit that.
No, actually, it'll fit anything.
No, she's got one of those things with the, nice big, long, shiny barrel type deal.
People that would have to see the radio to see how you started that out. She's got one of them, and you're holding your fingers out like she's got one of these great big long. And I'm like, don't go there. But you could conceal that too, I guess, under there. Carry it with you.
Yeah, that thing though, it was quite some time ago, but that thing has some serious heft. So that's not something that she'd want to hit.
No.
So you have to. She gets something. I'm like,
if she had a long enough skirt on, she could get the one for the thigh and put that big piece down there on her thigh. And I'm going to tell you, it'd be like Annie Oakley. Anybody mess with her? Draw that old dirty hairy gun out from underneath her dress.
That's pretty much what it is.
Huh.
So
who's going to mess with a woman carrying a 44? Come on, or a 357 or whatever.
What is that? Is it a 350? I think it's a 44.
Yeah, big gun for a girl.
And I've seen her target practice with it too.
That she can hit.
I haven't seen her actually shoot. I just saw the target that she brought.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Let's see.
Were they human silhouette targets?
No, it was a ring.
I met a gal.
But she was mostly the. I think there was one in the 8 and the 10 was pretty much gone.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I don't know what the range was, but I still don't care. That's
close enough for me to know not to smart off to her.
Mm-hmm. So
I met a gal recently who didn't really get into hunting or shooting much, but somehow had gotten involved with that flingers and zingers place or whatever the heck it is out here. And she'd been shooting, and they have pink silhouettes out there for the women to encourage them to shoot, and they're human silhouettes, so that they're shooting, and so they're tailoring everything to both sexes. I guess now it'd be all three sexes. Male, female, and somewhere in between.
Right away, you got to bring up Caitlin.
Right away. Caitlin's always on my mind,
Is there something you need to tell us, Patrick?
No. I'm thinking maybe what I need to do is raffle off a hunt with Caitlin. Maybe I can get Caitlin to come on a hunt with somebody, and maybe people would actually, get into a drawing to try to. Can you imagine? Hunt with Caitlin. See whose gun is bigger. Could be interesting, But no. Anyway, that can outfit they make them for men too. I mean, it looks like when you look at them, they're
utility belt.
Yeah, the utility belt, and they make them with the garter straps and everything for the women, so that they actually kind of, feminine and sexy at the same time, but yet they're useful, and it's more than just for a weapon. They can put
I saw
their cell phone, their wallet, credit cards, black book with phone numbers, whatever.
Yeah, it was quite. I mean, like I say, that happened to be. That was part, and then there was a. I'm trying to remember what the segment the person you were talking to right before that was.
Was it about a dog kennel? I can't.
Yeah,
remember.
I heard something about I remember hearing about the kennels. But
there was a lot of cool products. So.
And the last time I saw you, I'm not going. Brandon was right. You must have made your mind up the next morning.
It was a last-minute decision.
Uh-huh.
In fact, it happened that afternoon. I would have had to leave the Sunday that I said I wasn't going. I thought that the flights left on Monday, but see, from here you can get pretty inexpensive airfare to and from Vegas. There's an airline that runs out of Wisconsin called Allegiant, and they go out of Appleton only, but it's nonstop to Vegas, and they go out there on Sundays and Thursdays, back and forth. So you can get a flight that goes out on Sunday, comes back on Thursday, or comes back on the next Sunday, or whenever. But the only time that plane flies is Sundays and Thursdays. So after I left the show, we got talking, and all of a sudden I realized that I better get going.
Uh-huh.
So last minute, we booked the flights and took off. My daughter went along. She was helping me co-host the radio show. I'd have her call in and be, but this is I don't think she's ever seen the sun rise, unless she was still awake.
See, now that is more my style.
Yeah. Then what are you doing with this job? You're here all the time early.
No, only on Sundays.
They must have figured that you and I don't look like church people.
No, it's more the fact that someone has to be here, and I agreed to do it.
Oh.
Because I had the availability.
You're such a nice guy.
Well, most of the stuff that goes on here is, or at least from my
perspective. Yeah.
Well, for what I need to do is generally evening stuff, and seeing that, radio runs on a schedule, and my normal job is is open-ended.
Oh.
Kind of hard to commit to say I'll be here at this time, because I don't know that I actually can be there.
Well, I know that.
And this is the only time.
That's the problem with Gigolo service. You never know if they're going to extend an extra hour or anything like that. So, when you're a male escort, that happens, Tim.
I didn't need to know about your second job, Patrick.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, the can system that we were talking about, like I said, they make a black belt like that for guys too, and it would help a guy like me with that little bit of I have this very astounding ab that I've been working on.
A storage shed?
Yeah. And you can put that on, and it'll actually help suck it up a little bit, and then you can put your pistol down there.
No, you didn't get that storage shed from the shed shop, did you?
No, they make real sheds. This one I got from Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah.
So
are we getting closer? I see you're reaching for the buttons.
Yeah, we is.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back and talk with some more outdoor nonsense.
Grilling season never ends at Dickey's Barbecue Pit in Wausau. Meats are seasoned in slow-smoked and hickory wood-burning pits on site daily. Buy it as a meal or buy it by the pound. Takeout's available. Drive-through, dine-in, or even get Dickey's to cater your next big event. Dickey's Barbecue Pit, located at 2111 Stewart Avenue across from Furniture and Appliance Mart. You can smell the hickory smoke goodness already.
When you're cruising down the road and fortune goes astray, call BRB Auto Body night or day.
BRB Auto Body knows that protecting your vehicle's value is important. That's why they only offer Line-X spray-on bed liners for trucks. Line-X, the industry leader in bed liners backed by a lifetime warranty, offers unmatched protection against gouges, rips, and tears. No lost cargo space and a rattle-free, quiet ride. And BRB Auto Body knows that life without your vehicle can be, at best, very difficult. That's why they offer Premier Rent-A-Car for your convenience. Premier Rent-A-Car offers competitive rates for all your rental car needs. No replacement vehicle coverage. When BRB repairs your car, they'll supply you with a complimentary vehicle at no cost. Call BRB Auto Body today at 359-9792 or check them out at brbautobodync.com.
Expect a quality job from BRB Auto Body. BRB Auto Body. BRB Auto Body.
County Highway XX in Rothschild.
Hey, it's deer season, and some of us don't have the best hunting shack. But if you go see our friend Denny at the Shed Shop in Anawa and Shawano, you can find the perfect little cabin, shed, or even a deer blind. Denny at the Shed Shop has the best little buildings in the Northwoods. all made with the quality of the Mennonites. So check out the Shed Shop today. Give Denny a call at 715-584-3054. The Shed Shop.
Hey, it's Mike with Auto Trim and Sign here in Wausau. You already know we do the fun stuff on vehicles. We can also help your business, whether it's simple lettering, company decals, or even a vehicle wrap. Auto Trim and Sign can design and install graphics perfect for your business. Your car, truck, trailer, big rig, or your company's entire fleet will be in good hands. Check out our website, autotrimofwausau.com, or call us at 715-842-9114.
And we're back. Welcome back to Big E Outdoor Radio. We were talking about, in the break, Tim and I were actually talking about the shows that I had done, the ATA show and the SHOT Show, and he asked if I was going to have a round two, and I said, you know, it's so hard to get around there and talk to enough people to get one show in. And also, the show was from Tuesday through Friday. And I flew out on Sunday, so I was there before the show, so I spent a day just kind of chilling out in Vegas. And then,
How much did you win?
you know, we actually stayed about even. We didn't gamble a whole lot. We just played around a little bit, and you know, I learned my lesson that you don't go to Vegas thinking you're going to come back and pay the mortgage. That's for sure.
Yeah, right?
Vegas didn't get all them pretty lights for nothing. So
Somebody's got to pay the electric bill.
that's right. That's right.
And it's not going to be me.
No. Although you know what? Now that you brought it up, I did have a really cool experience. My daughter and I were in. She was kind of wanting to play at the table games at each casino just a little bit, so that she could get $1 chip from each one, because you know they got the names of the casinos on them, and collect them. And I thought it was kind of cool. So we'd go in, we'd play a little bit of blackjack or some 3-card poker, and then we'd, you know, cash out, and then she'd end up with $1 chip or whatever, and we'd take them along. And this microphone's fighting with me here.
Just tilt it down.
So then we went to the very last one. Again, the show was Tuesday through Friday, so I had to leave Thursday morning with this plane. Now, next year when I go, I'll definitely stay Sunday to Sunday. So I only had 2 days, which then...
I see. You booked, the Thursday flight back. Gotcha.
Yeah, so when you're doing that and you have a tight schedule, 2 days really is about... It's hard to interview more people than you can fit on one show. So the last night we were there, and we went over to the Tropicana, and my daughter wanted to play a little bit of blackjack and stuff. Of course, she got one of these really nice big vodka drinks that was filled up to the purple. It smelled like grape and everything. Of course, it was, you know, she was having a lot of fun, and as we're playing, there's this spot. They've always got these bonus things. You know, nothing anymore is just plain old blackjack. There's always blackjack, and you can put so much on the bonus, and you can put so much on playing against, 5-card poker against a dealer's hand while you're playing blackjack. And I mean, they've got every little gadget and thing. It's just to get you to put more chips out there.
Right.
Well, there's a white spot on this table. We were on one of 2 tables that you could play to win this motorcycle. They had a really nice custom motorcycle. About a $50,000 bike is a California custom, Orange County Choppers motorcycle sitting up there. It was beautiful. So they said, yeah, if you put $5 out there and you get a blackjack, then you get to spin this wheel. Okay, so now you spin the wheel, and on the wheel was a spot for the motorcycle, and then there's a whole bunch of spots for money, $50, $60. I mean, the lowest was 50, the highest was like 600. So, of course, I didn't play it because I thought, geez, that's another way to lose $5 at a crack, So all of a sudden, an older guy sits down, and he's sitting at the table, and he was real friendly. We were talking and joking, and he said, what is this spot for? And I said, well, I explained it to him. And the dealer was going to, but he was talking with the pit boss, and he comes back and turns around, and we're sitting there, and we're all joking, and he said, that's just a crazy bet. Who in the world would ever do that? He goes, You didn't put $5 out there every time, and if you don't get a blackjack, it's gone. And I said, yeah, but it's to win that motorcycle. So he looked at the dealer. He says, how many people have ever won anything big on there? The dealer says, I've never been here when we gave away a motorcycle. The biggest I've ever given out is like $150. And the guy goes, I still am kind of, confused as to how this works. And I said, well, I'll tell you what. I said, just so we can see how it works, I'll play it this time, you play it next time. He looks at me and he goes, are you kidding? And I said, no. He said, have you played it at all tonight? I said, no. And I hadn't. He goes, deal. I put $5 on that baby and got a blackjack right then that hand.
No way.
Yeah. So they spin the wheel. Of course, I only got $65. Otherwise, I'd have been driving that motorcycle out of there somehow.
Yeah.
And the guy's laughing. Everybody's laughing. They're like, you've not played that all night? I go, no, and I ain't going to play it again either,
You're right.
So we're all laughing, and the old guy goes, well, he said, I guess I have to follow suit. I did promise if you played it, I'd play it on the next hand. My God, he got it too.
No way.
He hit blackjack for like $100 and some on the wheel, and he got, so both of us, we both played it one time only ever, and we both nailed blackjack, and we laughed so hard. Everybody at the table was laughing. We're like,
what the dealers say to that?
He's laughing too. He's like, that's pretty bad. Some pretty strange luck. I looked at everybody at the table. I said, don't anybody play that spot anymore tonight.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, that has to be, now mind you, the dealer heard you guys make this deal, correct?
Yeah, the dealer heard it. He thought it was funny. He's laughing.
Because, okay, I'm just saying, it's not like, because you know how they have cameras everywhere. They have the pit bosses are watching stuff.
Yep.
So this is in front of the whole table. You guys make this deal.
Yeah, and I've been sitting there for an hour and never touched that chip. Never touched that spot. It was just out of the blue. I threw $5 out there. Bam, got a blackjack.
No.
And then the other guy did it.
Yeah, that's just.
If anybody, if it was possible to count it continually, they got one of them deals now where it's constantly shuffling.
Okay,
all them big decks. So I mean, there's no way you could ever. Count
and it's usually more than one deck.
Yeah, there's like I don't know 3, 5, maybe 8. I don't know how many decks are in them big things.
It's an auto shuffler.
It's an auto shuffler, yeah. But this one, not only is it an auto shuffler, but it's constantly shuffling while you're playing. It's
continuous shuffle.
It's continuous shuffle. It's the weirdest thing. And okay, so
no. I'm
now
just,
now you brought that up. Now I got to tell you how we found that out.
Well, but no, I'm just going with the fact that sorry, I'm not like one of those people. I don't
know how it works, but it shuffles the whole time.
That's beside the point. I'm just trying to figure out the odds of hitting blackjack to begin with.
Yeah.
Okay, for one person, then the odds of hitting 2 blackjacks in a row when you have multiple decks. Okay, there is that possibility. But then they hit 2 blackjacks in a row with a continuous auto shuffle.
Yeah.
Now you're going to be. How come you guys didn't play a line at go down like to the sports book? Because you can get a bet on anything.
We just were laughing and didn't want to push our luck.
So anyway, how did you find out it was a continuous shuffle?
Well, remember I told you my daughter was drinking vodka.
Yeah.
Well, when she drinks vodka, she talks too much.
Okay.
And she gets all silly, and she starts talking about things that you shouldn't talk about sometimes. So she's sitting there. She starts talking about counting cards at the table and how she read a book on it. And she bought a book to try to learn how to count cards.
I hope she emphasized
it wasn't
the
very
word
long,
tried.
And the pit boss was standing over there, and he goes, "Are you talking about counting cards?" And she said, "Yeah, I bought a book," and she's going on and on. And the guy looked at me, and I go, "Look at her. Do you think she's capable of counting cards?" I said, "She can't even tell how many are laying on the table right now." And the dealer, the pit boss, he started laughing, and he goes, "I'm pretty sure she's not an actual card counter." He said, "First of all, they wouldn't be dumb enough to tell us that they bought a book on how to count cards." And he said, second of all, he told us about that shuffler. He said, it'd almost be impossible for you to count any cards. And so her and the dealer are talking back and forth about, yeah, this is how you're supposed to do it. I read the book, and I want you to +1 and then plus this and plus that. And I'm sitting here thinking, oh, my God, we're going to get dragged out in the desert and be beat to a pulp here. She goes, they don't do that anymore. I said, no, now they kill you. I mean, come on, jeez.
Well, well, I won't say that out loud, but
yeah.
Yes.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm elbowing her and I'm like, listen, there's just some things that even though you're joking, you got to be careful where you joke about that. You don't joke about counting cards in a mafia casino in front of the pit boss, for gosh sake, you know?
Yeah. That's one of those ones where you just
Yeah.
That's one of those ones where you're apparently your medication didn't work and you just don't want to see the next 24 hours or something.
Yeah. Well, and she got up and she went over and played roulette and things like that, you know. So she was silly, playing around, having fun. But thankfully, we didn't get
asked to leave
or drug out.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, after she talked like that and then we hit them 2 blackjacks, that's when I was like, okay, I'm cashing out. I'm out of here.
Yeah. That's you just don't.
I kind of broke even, and I'm like, you know what? I could get on a roll, and this is not going to look good. So
Yeah. Besides that, that's one of those things where, yeah, you're right. You just don't talk about that kind of stuff.
I was kind of worried there for a while. I'm like, oh God, please shut up, please shut up.
Yeah, but depending on was that the first purple drink or was that the?
It only took one.
Gotcha.
There was like 12 shots of vodka in this thing. It was one of these. It was about this. It was about 8 inches around the bottom, and it was like had a big long neck on it. It looked like some big water bong thing, and it was huge.
Oh boy. Well, it is
Time for a break. Let's go. We'll be right back.
It's the ultimate tailgate event. Your chance to score. Big savings at Stark GM of Merrill. Last month, Stark finished 22nd in GM certified sales in the entire United States of America. So if you're looking for a GM certified pre-owned, Stark is the place. Find 30 certified pre-owned cruises starting at $9,995 or $149 a month. Choose from 14 GM certified Chevy Impalas starting at $12,988 or $196 a month. Or lease a new 2015 Chevy Cruze, just $69 a month. And Stark is your truck headquarters. And that's why you can save up to $11,000 on select 2015 crew cabs. Hurry! This ultimate tailgate event ends soon at Stark GM of Merrill and Highway 51 in Kew. Or visit us at starkmerrill.com. Plus tax and license fees. Cruise selling price $99.95, $149 a month, 0 down, 72 months, 3.49%. Impala selling price $12,988, $196 a month, 0 down, 3.84% APR, 75 months with approved credit, 24-month lease, 10,000 miles a year, $44.50 in rebates included. Must currently lease a non-GM vehicle while supplies last. See dealer for details. Based on August GM certified pre-owned sales in the country.
Looking for the perfect gift for your hunter? How about some hydrographic dipping? Check out Adrenaline Hydro down at the Cedar Creek Mall. They're located in the Biggie Outdoor Museum and Pro Shop. You'll find the hydrographic solution to all your needs. Let Adrenaline Hydro put a custom look on your gun stock, deer skulls, bar glasses, car and truck rims, or even put a graphic design on the entire interior of your car or truck. Come see us for a deer season special. Bring us your deer head, uncleaned, and we'll beetle clean it and dip it with your choice of over 1,000 different patterns for only $125 for the whole package. Get on down to Cedar Creek Mall and grab a gift certificate for this now before the special ends. That's Adrenaline Hydro down at the Cedar Creek Mall, located in the Biggie Outdoor Museum and Pro Shop. Every single day, people just like you are leading happier, healthier lives by working out at Snap Fitness. With 2 locations, one in Weston and one in Wausau across from Fleet Farm, the hardest part of getting into shape is just walking into gym for the first time. So don't wait any longer. Head on down to the best deal in town and the best atmosphere you'll find for getting into shape. Trained professionals at Snap Fitness make them the perfect choice over any other fitness center in the area. Snap offers fitness classes, professional trainers, and the best equipment around. Get your own personal key to a private gym. Work out anytime you want, 24/7 in a members-only environment. No need to lock into the long-term contracts of other gyms. And tell them you want the Biggie Outdoor Special to get the best deal around on your membership. Snap Fitness in Wausau and Weston.
you there? We're back with some more Big E Outdoor Radio. We were talking about Vegas and the SHOT Show recap there. And I'm hoping that we can get Brandon to wake up out there on the ice. I hope he didn't fall through. It's kind of warm out there.
Yeah, well, that was what we were talking about. You'd think that they'd be losing a lot of ice yesterday and today with the temperatures.
Yeah. He said where he was at, there was a good strong foot of ice everywhere they went. So, I don't know.
Oh, I mean, I have no problem being out on the ice. I just had a snowmobile, four-wheeler person.
This year I do.
But, well, under normal winter conditions. However, taking my personal vehicle on the ice,
yeah.
And
I mean,
not so much.
I've seen enough people drop their trucks through.
Like I said, not so much.
I actually seen a couple of people drop their work trucks through, where they drove their boss's trucks, that they were driving for the company, and they drive them out there, and then that has to get towed off the ice or drug out. That's not a fun deal. Not a good thing.
No, especially, that's just between, not only do you have the price, not only do you have a extremely large tow bill, and I don't know if it's built into the bill. There's the divers. Yeah, there's the divers involved that have to,
There's a recovery fee, like when you pay somebody to recover a vehicle from the ice. It's just all in one big, long, expensive fee.
And then on top of, but that doesn't include the fees from the DNR.
I was going to say DNR cleanup, sure.
Yeah, because they do give you a brief amount of time, but after that, it's like the last don't quote. I had heard it was like something like $100 a day or better.
Yeah.
Or maybe more.
Yeah, I don't remember what it is, but I know it's expensive. The guy that would know is Brandon, because it was like 2 years ago. He and his buddy were out there, and they were following each other off the ice, and Brandon said all of a sudden the headlights behind him disappeared.
Oh!
So he said he went in and he had a couple of beers, and then he figured he better go looking. No, actually, he turned around and went back right away, and thankfully it wasn't real deep where they were, and they were able to crawl out, stand on the roof of the truck, and be above water. But yeah.
Well, just as a quick side, I don't have the availability now, but when it was first came out, Ice Road Truckers, but they made the comment. Obviously, we're talking much heavier weight, but
I can't believe they run them things on the ice up there. That's crazy.
the thing being though is that they emphasize. At every show, they emphasize that you need to slow down getting close to the shoreline.
Yeah.
Because of think of it like a pressure wave, whatever, but because that truck depresses the ice, it's pushing water in front of it, and if they go too fast when they're close to the shore, that water's got to go somewhere, blow the ice out, and all of a sudden you've got the whole semi's down in the lake, and they're where?
Yeah. That does make sense too, because they're pushing, and so there'd be a big ripple in front of them.
Exactly. That's the whole thing. And if you go, if they're not, it's like something like they can't go over like 15 kilometers an hour? Not 15 miles an hour. I mean,
they do everything in the kilometers and.
Well, yeah, everywhere else in the world they do, except here.
Yeah. Well, somebody's got to preserve the old stuff. Otherwise, we'd really be in trouble. We'd lose track of it all.
And never.
Hey, during the break, I got a little miniature version of me in here with me. And during the break, we asked him, I said, this is my daughter's son. And what did you say, Brantley?
He's good.
I'm my dad's son.
You're your dad's son, too? Yeah, well.
At least as far as he knows.
Yeah, at least you know, yeah.
No, as far as Dad knows.
Nobody else knows.
Nobody else knows?
No, except for you.
Oh, okay. Yesterday I took you to the gun show.
Yeah.
Did you see a lot of cool guns?
Yeah, so I looked at the skinny guns, and he said that he didn't have the money. He didn't have the money for the little skinny guns, so he thought. So we went over to the next desk, and we said, "Whoa, that's pretty cool." So I got it, and it was 89.
It was $8. What was it?
It was
A slingshot.
a swing shot,
Yep.
and see if you put a coin or a rock in there, it'd shoot right at the wall.
Yep. There you go.
And then you have to.
This is your first slingshot, isn't it?
Yes, and you have to pull it back as far as you can and shoot it.
Yeah.
Does he have any siblings?
No.
Yeah. Siblings is sisters and brothers. You
Yeah.
have one little sister, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, remember, just because you have a slingshot doesn't mean that's how she has to eat dinner.
Yeah. If you put marshmallows in that, you can shoot them right to your sister.
And shoot, eat them.
Marshmallows, yeah. See if she
Shoot.
can catch them in her mouth.
And then I want to tangle it and
Yeah.
put a marshmallow in there and squeeze it.
Yep.
Shoot her in the face.
No. And I took pictures of him with his slingshot right away, and I sent him to my daughter, and I said, "Oh, Mr. Wilson."
And she said, "Oh, Mr. Wilson, what's Mr. Wilson doing?"
Oh,
In
gee,
the
I'm
front
trying to.
seat?
I know.
Yeah. He looks like
What show
Dennis
is that from?
Dennis the Menace.
Ah,
Dennis the
yes.
She said, "Why is Dennis the Menace in the front seat?"
That's yeah. Yeah, he was sitting in the front seat, and I took a picture of him. And my daughter said, "Why is Dennis in the front seat?" I said, "We're sitting in the parking lot. We're not moving. Don't worry." But well, we got outside, and he wanted to shoot it, and he didn't have anything to shoot, so I gave him a penny. I said, "Here, shoot this at the snowbank over there, and see what happens." And he thought that was pretty cool.
Doom. Went way far, super fast. And you didn't even know it was going flying.
Goes fast, doesn't it?
Yes, does.
And you're waiting for Papa to take you hunting.
Yeah, to shoot these things with.
You're gonna shoot it with a slingshot, or you're gonna shoot a gun?
Shoot a gun because you would never want to shoot one of these at a deer.
No, but we're not gonna shoot deer in the winters. We're gonna either go after hogs or alligators. You said you wanted to go after alligators, right?
Well, pigs are easier. You can just walk out there and shoot them, kill them right in the mouth.
Pigs?
Yeah, pigs.
Yeah. So that's what you're gonna go do, huh?
Yeah, whatever you want to do. If you want to hunt alligators or something,
Yeah.
I'll hunt them.
Yeah.
You going to Georgia or Louisiana?
Well, we can go to Georgia and Florida, and we can hunt gators and hogs. And
Well, that's
I
true.
can just kill that alligator.
do you think your teachers will give you off of school to go hunting?
No.
No, but we're gonna go anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about your mom?
No.
Will she let you go?
Heck no. She thought, whoa. Why is Dennis the Menace going hunting with the alligators?
Yeah.
Something tells me Grandpa's got some explaining to do.
Yeah, Lucy. Oh, I take him
Lucy.
hunting. I take him hunting for all kinds of stuff, and he rides along.
Bears.
He's a good little hunter, and he's
deer.
quiet. And
And one time we did not get a deer, but the next time, I laid down on Papa's knee and I rested. And all of a sudden, I didn't wake up, but I heard the shot.
yep.
And then Papa said, boom. So I got up and I followed the tracks. And all of a sudden we found the arrow, not the pointy thing. So, we found the deer and I said, boo, there's a buck.
Yep. He helped me track it down.
Yeah.
So you see those memories that you get with the little ones are always. You take a lot of that for granted, but the little guys, they remember that stuff. They remember every second of the hunt. That's how you pass it on. He's only 5, but he goes along with me and he sits quiet and he knows how to track them now, right? You know how to follow the blood.
When the blood tracks down and he falls down, that's when I walk slowly. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, I heard the shot.
So, how about fishing? Do you like fishing?
Yeah, because you can go ice fishing and damage. All kinds of damage.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you want to buy a fishing pole yesterday?
Yes, but you already have one, so
Yeah.
so I just let it go.
You just let it go, yeah.
Yes, so I didn't want to get a new one, brand new one. But I want to get a gold one for my sister.
Oh, you need to get a fishing pole for your sister?
A
Yeah.
gold one?
Yeah,
What?
like a shiny one, you know.
Ah,
Yeah.
got it.
So I want to get that one for my sister so I can teach it.
You want to teach her how to go fishing?
Yeah, and then I wanna get out on the lake, throw my fishing pole out, wanna catch a fish. I'll say, sister, this is what you do. You throw your pole out,
Yeah.
and then when you have a fish, reel it in. But if it's not a fish, it's okay. But this is how you fish. So reel it in,
Yeah.
and if it's a shark, don't worry, it won't bite you. It's dead. So I reeled it in. I reeled it in so there's no shark on it. So there's just a little tiny fish. And
Yeah.
then, poof,
Well, what if there was a shark?
I'll catch it right in the tail.
Yeah.
Pick it up.
You're not afraid of anything, are you?
No, not anything. Not even scared to jump in deep water.
Mm-hmm.
I would just jump, plug my nose, close my eyes, and swim. And I'd do this.
So you're gonna be the next crocodile hunter?
I would go under the sea really quietly, and I would poke that alligator. You'd not even know if I would kill it.
Oh, well, there
You
you
would
go.
know if you would kill. You would know if I would kill it because I would be right under the water. I would be fine.
You'd be fine.
Yeah, no alligator would clog me in the mouth or something. I would just stab them right in the mouth. I would just stab all the alligators right in the mouth.
Okay. All right. Well, now you heard it right from the little guy. We're gonna let you take a break. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll come right back after these messages.
My brother Paul was a real Renaissance man, a big city ER doctor, an outdoorsman, and always the smartest person in the room. When he was killed in a deer vehicle collision, I thought it was a freak accident, but I was wrong.
Each year, deer vehicle crashes cause death, damage, and injuries. About 1 in every 100 drivers is likely to have a collision with a deer. For tips to avoid hitting a deer and the best rates in town, visit Champion Insurance in Weston. Troy Champion, your personal Erie insurance agent. A message from Troy Champion Insurance and Erie Insurance Agencies.
It's a fishy. I wondered.
Blazing Gifts at 1701 North 6th Street in Wausau is your downtown destination for novelty and specialty gifts. Stop in and check out Blazing Gifts for t-shirts, knives, and other specialty items, including incense, candles, and more. Blazing Gifts handles items not found in everyday stores, even custom decals made to order. Check out Blazing Gifts at 1701 North 6th Street, downtown Wausau. Biggie Outdoors, located at Cedar Creek, is reopening its doors soon after its new remodeling. Home to the area's first and only big game hunting museum, with educational exhibits displaying animals from around the world and facts around the hunters' contributions to their survival. Pick up some unique souvenirs and gifts from the museum and from the Big E TV shows. Meet the pro staff from Big E TV and Big E Outdoor Radio. A great place to stop in with the whole family. And while you're there, book your next hunting trip with the Big E Outdoors Professional Hunters. With over 21 personal hunting destinations worldwide, you'll be sure to find a quality getaway with the Big E Outdoors destinations. Big E Outdoors is also home to Adrenaline Hydrographic. Check us out online at BigEOutfitters.com and register to win a free hunt. Big E Outdoors at Cedar Creek.
So this guy came into the store recently and he said, it's my 30th anniversary and I want to get something fine for my wife. I haven't bought her jewelry in a long time and it's time. Well, of course, we agreed and we helped him find a diamond bracelet that we were quite sure would blow her socks off. Well, a few days later, he came back into Jim Creshock's and we asked him, so did she like her bracelet? He looked at us and he smiled and then he said, well, she liked it so much that she... And then he stopped smiling. She liked it so much that she... What? We said. Well, she liked it so much that and then he stopped again. And then we got it. So she's very happy, I said. And he nodded. And you're very happy, I said. And he nodded again. And I said, now that is what we're talking about. We're Jim Kreshock Jewelers on Rib Mountain Drive. And nobody renders guys speechless quite like we do.
We're back with some more Biggie Outdoor Radio. Let's go back and talk about some of the great products and kind of recap that SHOT Show out in Vegas. We talked a little bit about that can concealment deal. And what other products did you hear? So let's see. We talked about a really nice dog kennel.
I heard the kennel mentioned, but I was doing stuff, so I only heard. No, I do not.
Well, the cool thing about that whole deal, if you've got a dog, what's that? Oh,
I'm sorry. I was thinking out loud again.
Oh, a lot of people that have these dogs got these kennels that you can get them everywhere. You can get them at Walmart, Menards, Fleet Farm, Petco, wherever. It's pretty much they're all the same. Little plastic kennels, and then they got the little.
The pet carrier.
Yeah, the pet carrier type thing, you know.
Okay, when I'm thinking kennel, I'm thinking of more like the ones, with the metal sides, the white metal wire sides with the tray in the bottom that you would maybe,
Oh yeah, no, this is way even better than both of these.
Okay.
So now, if you picture the pet carrier, the plastic one that we're talking about, the sides of it made out of the same stuff as like a Yeti cooler, real heavy duty. And then they've got the little, of course they got your air grates and things like that in there. Then on the bottom, they put a no-stick, they've got a no-slip pad that's in there so that the dog doesn't slide all over. Right now, the pet carrier thing, I mean, you can throw a towel in there for him or whatever, but when you're driving down the road, your dog is kind of free to slide all over the place. And then they got a drain system in it, which none of the pet carriers and things like that have, so that when you want to wash it out or, you got to get hair, the dog gets sick or whatever, you can just hose it out, and there's a drain, really like a cooler drain on the back. And then the front door is made out of a real heavy-duty metal type cage. It almost looks like some kind of something they'd use at a jail. Real heavy security, and it's got a regular metal latch on it. Like, it'd be hard to explain where you'd see a latch like this, but it's a
cooler door type latch.
No, it's even better than that. It's a flat type thing where you reach in and pull it, and then you can lock it. But it's way better than that little squeeze deal where you squeeze the pins together on the pet carriers. And it doesn't have any of that, so the dog's not going to ram into this thing and knock it open or chew it and cause problems to it. You can lock it. And then, because the cooler is so thick and it's made out of such thick stuff, on the top, on all four corners, it's got a metal rod, a metal pin that's kind of exposed for a tie-down latch. So you can hook a strap to it. You could either run the strap up and over the top, or you could run it from each corner, from that pin down to whatever you want, and latch it down. And they even sell a locking latch mechanism for that, so that you can cable lock that carrier down, and nobody's going to get the dog out of there, and nobody's going to steal the kennel either. So if you're, got it in a vehicle or wherever, and you go someplace and you have to run inside for something, you don't have to worry about coming out and having somebody steal your dog. Which I understand there's a lot of people out there that say, oh, you never should leave a dog in a vehicle, never leave a dog in a vehicle. You're right. If you're going to go in and you're going to be in for a long time, but the person that walks up to your vehicle, and I think some of these folks sit in the parking lots and wait to see it happen the minute you walk away. They got no idea you're going to run in. Maybe you're just going to run in and get a soda out of the soda machine. And you got the windows cracked and everything like that. My son had a dog stolen. He parked under the shade, had the window down enough for the, plenty far down, and he went inside. And by the time he came back out, he was only gone like 15 minutes. And by the time he came back out, there was water in the truck. There was everything. Somebody had stole the dog, and you get these people that'll say, "Oh yeah, well they did it because they were worried about the dog. They did it." That's BS. They don't do it for that reason. It's just like any other do-gooder that's out there watching you spank your kids for being naughty, and they start crying about that or whatever. They're sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. I mean, I can understand if you've been sitting there and you watched a vehicle and it's been there for an hour in the sun, the dog is still there. It's time to call somebody or whatever if the dog looks sick or whatever. But you don't know the story. You shouldn't be getting involved. And the only way for a hunter, you're driving down the road, you got your dog with you, you got to run into a gas station, you got to run into the store and get something. You can't take your dog in.
Nope.
And the minute you leave it, bam, somebody kipes the dog on you, and they claim that, oh, well, you left it in the car and he was inside and he was gone, and then you got this big argument going on. You can eliminate that with the proper security system for your dog. Now, I know they've got those nice metal, you were talking about those metal things in the back of these bear hunters' trucks, but this thing actually has some really good positives I can see to it for our dog hunters, our bear hunters, and our people that hunt with dogs in the state of Wisconsin and everything, because it's plastic, it's well ventilated, easy to clean, lightweight, and it locks. You don't have to buy that big metal thing and put it in your truck and leave it there all year long. You could get a couple of these, put them right inside the tailgate, have them strapped down, and when you're done hunting, you just take them out. Done. That's simple. So, yeah, definitely a heck of a carrier. What was that called? Gunner Kennels, I think it was. Yeah, it was a guy's dog's name was Gunner. And as soon as I walked by it and seen it, I thought, "Oh, that's a dog carrier right there. That's $500, but definitely worth it."
Well, especially after you consider the time and effort and training that usually has to go into a hunting dog.
Right.
It's not like you're going to I suppose there may be somebody out there that has a business model where you could buy one that's trained, but
even that's going to be expensive.
I know, but I'm saying it's still the dog's used to someone else's methods, or
right.
Now the dog's still got to go through a training period to get used to you.
Yeah, you
even just because you know the commands doesn't mean the dog's gonna listen right away.
Right.
Yeah,
because
that's stressful. It's just as stressful for them going from one pack. Now all of a sudden they're removed from that pack and they're in a new pack, and they got to figure out where do they belong, or who's dominant, who's not, blah blah blah. So,
no, you hit the nail right on the head. That's exactly what happens. I'd rather have a dog and train it myself so that it learns to listen to me.
Like I said, there's time, effort, money.
And the other thing is that safety of the dog, for instance, even if you're going away from the security issue, you put a dog in one of them pet carriers and you got it in the back of the pickup truck or the back of your SUV, and you're driving down the road and you slam on the brakes, the carrier moves and the dog gets a ride, and this one here, you can strap it down very quickly, secure it down, and not going anywhere. So you don't have to worry about the dog getting the roller coaster effect and bounced all over the place. And it's easy to keep it clean. I like that. There was a few other positives about it that I can't really remember what in the heck they were right off the top of my head, but that was another one of the projects that I thought was really cool. The next, as we went down the line, or how far are we doing here?
A minute and a half. Okay.
As we went down the line, I mean, we found all different things. I found some gun cleaning products. I found some, I go by several booths that have stuff, and it's like, okay, I've seen that, yeah. I've seen stuff like that before, whatever. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of vendors out there.
Right.
But what happens is, as you're going down there with the eye of a hunter and an outdoorsman, when something catches your eye as, now that's kind of cool. You know, that's useful. I could use that. That's when we would stop. And that's why we stopped. That's why I stopped at that kennel. That's why I stopped at that can concealment system, because I'm thinking, hey, you know, there's a lot of women that are starting to carry, and you know, this kind of looks feminine, looks kind of cool, and it's a safe way to carry. Plus, they had one for guys too. So the fellow that was demoing it was wearing one underneath his shirt. He had a shirt, a tie, and a pair of pants on, and he was wearing one, and he had a 1911 style 45 underneath that shirt he is, and you could not tell he was carrying because of the way it holds it to your body.
Wow. Oh, hey.
What? We had a break?
Oh, we're up against a hard break here for the top of the hour.
All right. Well, then let's take a quick one and we'll come back.